Hey, today's case, we go into the heart and mind of author C.W. Posey to learn his case of becoming who he is today and talk about the brand new book titled Infection. I'm your host, Sharik Reed, and you are tuned in to Case Studies, episode 9. Hey, what's up, everybody? This your boy Sharik, and we're super excited today for this episode of Case Studies, episode number 9, with special guest author C.W. Posey. He is in the building tonight, and I'm super excited about having him on the show today. And we want to welcome right now Mr. C.W. Posey. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing? Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Man, it's an honor and a privilege, man. And I'm excited about what you got going on, especially with your book, with your movies that you're writing, with your stage plays that you're writing. It's so much that you got going on. And we're going to dive into that here in a few, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I want you to take a minute, a real quick minute, author C.W. Posey, and tell us a little bit about
Yes, sir. So I'm from New Orleans, born and raised. Um, I mean, I grew up in poverty, not too much. Grew
yourself.
up in a household for nine. And I basically I took my time like writing this book due to how I grew up, and that's kind of basically a little bit of the info of how I grew up from New Orleans.
New Orleans, Louisiana. I could tell by his accent, man. You know, he got this accent. It's real smooth, though. So it's got me paying close attention because, man, but understanding you, man. Just a little bit about yourself, man. How was life growing up, man? How was family? How was school, et cetera, et cetera? Tell us a little bit about you.
School was pretty good, and like I was saying, like growing up, I grew up in a household for the nine. My auntie, she raised me, my two younger brothers, my older sister. I'm the oldest out of the two younger brothers. So,
Okay.
including us, that made nine of us in there. So, throughout my life, like up until probably like when I got the age of 9, maybe 10, that's when my stepdad came into my life, and
Hmm.
he basically showed me the raw traits of how to work outside in the raw. So that's where I got most of my work ethics from him.
Okay.
Other than that, I had a pretty good, decent childhood, but not much was given to me.
Okay.
So by him, teaching me what he taught me, that helped me throughout my life, and
Cool.
so that basically got me where I'm at now.
So you mentioned your stepfather came in the picture and he kind of mentioned you and helped you out through um, growing,
Yeah,
growing up and becoming the man you are today. Um, family was good as far as a kid and everything like that. When you say the nines, that reminds me. Tell me a little bit about the nines, man, and who you grow up watching. That's why I know you into music also.
yeah, yeah.
So the nines, who did you grow up watching, man? Then the nines, I know, you know.
So who I grew up watching, um, dealing with the music, Lil Wayne,
I can tell.
Cash Money, but dealing with the music, I mean, that I was writing the music, and so that actually took me to writing movies,
Okay,
and it's basically the same thing as storytelling.
okay,
So that's how I actually got into writing the movies. Um, yeah. So right now, I put it as a book.
okay,
So I'm not go too much in detail of it. Um, as of how I started writing it. Well, I'm gonna go into detail of it.
okay.
How I started writing it.
Tell us a little bit about it.
So I got inspiration from Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey.
Okay,
I got inspiration from them, and I took what I was writing and I said maybe I could go ahead and write a movie. So I tried, and I got to some obstacles where I wasn't able to put it in film.
okay,
So I put it into a book, and right now what they're reading is a lot of scripts,
Mhm.
but it's a good movie once you read it.
We're gonna dive into that book here shortly, man, because the title of it's called Infection. We're gonna dive into that book, and I'm gonna have you talk a little bit about the book and some of the series that you got coming along with Infection. Um, so you, what are some of the things that motivates and inspire you to want? And I know you said Tyler Perry. I said, what are some of the influences other than Tyler Perry for growing up and wanting to become as a child?
So I really didn't really want to become a movie writer. It was basically like I said, my stepdaddy, his work ethics
Mhm.
put that in me. So I always wanted to try to get my family out of the poverty. So I always wanted to be successful. And I thought it was gonna be the music, but like the music, it wasn't a good fit for me.
Okay.
So the reason why, actually, I mean, it's not the reason why I started writing the movies, but that's one of the reasons why I started writing the movies because it's just I want to get my family out of the hood. Um, we lived, like I said, we lived in poverty, so that's one of the reasons why I actually started writing it.
Okay.
Just to become not to become successful, but it's a good story to tell as well. But it's basically I'm just trying to make sure my family's straight. I'm straight, so I'm doing most of this for my family.
Okay. Cool, man. Awesome, man. Inspired to want to help your family and to become better.
Yeah,
And you're looking for betterment, and what you're doing is betterment, man. You're making things happen. You're motivating because people are watching you and paying close attention to what you're doing. And you got your naysayers out there, but you are doing. You're walking the walk.
yes, sir.
Okay, you're talking it, but you're also walking the walk, and you're bringing it to life. And that book is what shows it. Hey, it's brought to life.
Yes, sir.
So man, we're going to get into that book, man. You guys got to make sure you get a copy of this book, Infection. Um, Going back to music, I mean, you listening, you growing up listening to Lil Wayne, P, some of those guys, man. I'm finna enter into you as far as how would you describe yourself? Not your style, but yourself.
Yeah, so I basically describe myself as an entrepreneur. I'm a
Okay,
hard worker.
okay,
I get up early. I don't never stop working, and I get that from my stepdaddy. So, I'm always on the go. I always need something to do, and that's the reason why I started writing. Because I just need something to do. I needed something to do. I knew I can do it, and I wanted to prove it to myself. I like to go ahead and try to accomplish my obstacles I have. So I know I can do it. I said if I write it, I have to complete it. And now
okay,
that I got to complete it, now I got it into a book.
okay.
So now I'm getting it out there for the world to see. So
Awesome.
I'm just basically trying to build myself up as an entrepreneur. Let people get to know my name, CW Posey, and I go from there. And then once I get up there, I will try to help as many as I can. Be that entrepreneur and help them with their businesses if they need help in hand.
Awesome. So that's your service and your faith and what you believe,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Not only helping yourself, but actually trying to help others. You're highly self-motivated. Your character tell us a lot about you as far as being self-motivated and self-determined. And you have a character that speaks to a lot of people when they see you walking through the door. I mean, when I met you, you walked in the door, there's a glow about you, brother,
Yes, sir.
and that glow is confidence. That glow is favor, man. So those are good things to have, and you know, I pride myself in that.
Yes.
When you walk into a room, you demand attention. People know you in the room because they stop and look and they pay attention to what's going on, man.
Yes, sir.
You got people always paying attention to what you're doing, and you're not trying.
Right.
You're doing it. You know why you're doing it? Guess what? You got something right there in hand,
Yes, sir.
so people can pick it up. People can read it. So you're not trying. You're doing,
Right.
and that's favor. We're gonna take a quick 30 seconds commercial. We're gonna come right back with CW Posey. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back in 30. Just asked about Wix, located at 2405 South Collins Street, Arlington, Texas. And Wix has what you need for your special occasion. From birthdays, graduations, holidays, pop-up workshops, album releases, and much more. We have custom lighting, stages, high-quality sound, and free parking. Visit us on the web at wix.live or call in today, 817-652-1121. Live Wix. Come see us. And we're back, and we're live in the studio with author C.W. Posey. And like I said, it's been an honor and for you allowing us to have this time with you on the show. I got another question for you, man.
Okay.
I know you're full of energy, man. You've been sweating. I can tell. I mean, he's nervous. He's like, man, I don't know what it's like under the lights, man. But hey, you're cool. You're poised, man. You're making sure you're good, man. So I want to make sure that you know that you're good, man. So what has been, and you writing your books and your plays, what has been rewarding to yourself? What has been, I know it's a good question, but
Yeah.
being able to produce, what has been rewarding to yourself?
So, what has been rewarding is me actually completing the book.
Okay, finishing
Because
it.
because
Yeah,
I had it in my mind for so long, and I started and moved slow with it. So it was really me completing the book, me completing my project that I started.
understand.
Because you are never getting without completing what you started. So there's like three things I live by: that's God, faith, and believe.
Okay,
And without God, nothing is possible. And
great.
without faith, you won't believe.
Right,
And so without believing, you won't make it.
that's true.
So I follow those three. So I follow God, faith, and believe. And I have faith in God, and I believe Him.
Hmm.
And so me completing that book was an accomplishment for me.
Understanding that's the strength.
Yes.
That's the strength. A lot of us out here today, we don't understand where our strength comes from.
Yeah.
It comes from that one up above,
Yeah.
man. And I'm like you, man. I'm a believer. If I've dreamed it, that means I've seen it. When I've seen it, that means I can do it.
Right.
When you do it, you bring it to life.
Yeah.
And that's what you have done. You brought the book to life. And you get a chance to share your book with the world.
That's it.
Okay. So we're gonna jump into that book here in a minute, but I'm still super excited about just having you here in the studio, man. It's just I can feel this energy from you, man. That's all positive, man. It's all positive, man. Um, explain to me, what's your approach? What's your approach? What are the steps that you do when you're writing? When you begin to write, what are some of the approaches you take?
So
Just beginning, that's what like brainstorming stuff like that. What are some of the approaches?
I like to write and kind of like the dark times,
Take the dark,
because
okay?
because it gives me a lot of time to imagine or visualize what I'm about to put on paper.
Okay.
So that's like the kind of time I sit there and get to write, and that's what that's the most time I write. It's basically like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock around that
Okay.
time. It's never in the morning, but it's always at nighttime. So that's like the kind of approach I take writing it. And another approach is I watch a lot of films, so I kind of get like ideas from everywhere,
Hmm.
and I kind of just gravitate and put it in my own words.
So what kind of films do you watch? When you think about that, it's like, you say dark, man. It's kind of like after you spent the whole day working,
Right.
right? Grinding, making sure your family got food on the table and stuff like that, and you turn your brain off.
Correct.
Okay, you gave them outside 100% of your time. Now it's time to give your inner self 100% of the time, man.
That's it.
I mean, what type of films? What type of? I mean, just the dark approach, man. That's crazy when you turn your brain off from the day and then turn it back on to get a pen and some paper and write, man.
That's it. So
That's crazy.
one of the things that gave me motivation was
Yeah.
like the Tyler Perry Temptations.
You know what? It's crazy movie, man.
Yeah.
Crazy movie.
Yeah.
And that
Crazy movie. Yeah.
Temptation talks. It's some similarities in infection
Yeah.
in your book, man. We got to take a commercial break. We're gonna take a commercial break, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna jump into this book.
Okay.
We're gonna jump into the book infection, man, because you got to tell people about this book.
That's
Man.
it.
So I'm super excited. Let's take a quick 30, and we'll be right back with our sponsors.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, 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 family, quarantine. Get you some family, quarantine. Get you some. Oh, 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 oh. Family, get you some family, and get personal. Family, Get you some.
And we're back in the studio with special guest C.W. Posey, author C.W. Posey, man. Um, we got to jump right into the book, y'all. He's got to tell us about the book, title, Infection. Okay, so we're gonna get into the movie, talking about how it kind of is in similarity to the movie Temptation. Um, so go ahead, pull your book up so people can see your book, man.
Yeah,
Infection, C.W. Posey.
yeah. So this the book. I mean, if y'all can see,
Pick it up.
I'm gonna grab it. I don't want it to fall, So
Okay,
this the book. You can get it from Barnes and Noble,
raise it up, raise
Amazon,
it up.
Barnes and Noble, Amazon, where you can get it from, and it will be on all major stores online soon. And I will have the update on my Instagram or Facebook, YouTube, where we can get the online. But
All
tell you something
streaming
about
platforms you can get to the book.
it. Yeah. So so the book is about a woman named Monica.
Okay,
It's fiction. It's based in Atlanta,
okay,
and so she got this sickness from doing um she got a sickness from doing activities around time that she wasn't supposed to be
okay.
doing. And she was working at the strip club, or she worked in the strip club that this owner named Mike, and he owns the strip club. So what she's getting revenge, and she's been going around giving people this sickness. Now nobody knows that she got this sickness, not even her friend Candy knows about the sickness.
Okay.
And that will bring us like going into part two of the book, because I want them to read the book,
Mhm.
and so that will bring them to part two of the book. Well, Mike, now he got the infection, which is the title of part two. And so now that he got the infection, he's going around and he's impregnated multiple women
Okay.
with this seed, sickness, and it's based in New York with this one.
Oh, wow.
And so that's the second book, which is both inside this one book. Now, and of this book, um, it goes into the kids section where it goes into the high school, and now the kids going
Oh, wow.
around spreading the contagiousness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's a 7-part series.
It's like a series type thing,
It's a
right?
7-part series. Only thing, like I said, I just had to turn it into a book. But going back to the book, it's a good book. It's a learning experience for a lot of people out here to not just go around sleeping with anybody. You have to make sure you are protecting yourself.
Awareness.
Because this can happen to anybody.
Right.
And most people will not tell you. And I see a lot of this, throughout the world on Instagram, social media, and a lot of people won't tell you that they got this sickness. So that's what kind of gave me the idea of writing this, because a lot of people need to see what's going on. If they're not have their eyes open to the world, they need to read this book, because if they read this book, it will open their eyes to a lot more things in this world, and it could prevent them from actually getting this sickness.
Wow. So Infection talks about it's two characters. Now this is a fiction book, right?
Yes.
And it talks about two characters. You say Mike and Monica and Mike, right?
Yeah.
And her history of growing up in the ATL, Atlanta, where she worked as far as in nightclubs, right? She
Strip
stripped,
club, yeah.
and then she not only stripped, but she also worked outside in on the corners, et cetera,
Right.
right?
Right.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. And you did mention kind of like in similarities to Temptations, right? The movie by Tyler Perry,
Yes, sir.
but it's a little bit different because you know that in that movie they were married,
Right.
they were married, and just curiosity,
Right.
got the best of that situation, and it cost her a lot.
Yeah.
So in your instance, man, this is from the streets to regardless of whom came on whom stronger,
Right.
um, it's it's the sickness that gets them all.
Yeah.
And, and it breaks down to awareness and understanding who you are and what you're doing. And man, that's mental intimacy and
Yeah.
mental health issues.
Because like they have a lot of businessmen who, they just going on in their body. But inside the book, he got it from
Right.
and now he's spreading it as
Right.
well.
Monica she was frustrated. I actually got a chance to read some of the book. She was frustrated
Yeah,
with the world, and she wanted to take it out on everybody.
yeah, she
That's what
want
she began to
revenge.
do.
Yeah, cause in the book, her husband she passed it down to her husband.
Right, and
He passed away.
passed away.
So now she wanted the revenge that when she got the sickness that she didn't know she had and passed it down to her husband. Now she want to go and give it to everyone. You know, so like I said, her best friend Candy didn't even know that she had it.
Right,
But you know, toward the end of the book, some things happen with her and Candy. You know, and you know, like you have to read it to actually
right,
see what
definitely.
happened with
Yeah.
Candy inside of the book and how Mike actually caught it and what he's going through, dealing with the sickness as well.
Oh man.
Yeah,
So let me see that book.
yeah, yeah.
Infection. If you guys ever get a chance, go out there online. Book is titled Infection. Author C.W. Posey. And it's a great read. It's a read to where you begin to understand awareness, how important it is to, go to the doctor, how important it is to know what your body is like, to know all the above about your stuff. Uh, it's some crazy stuff that's out there. And this book tells you a lot about what's happening out there and how people are really, the truth is people out here that are like this, that are spreading sickness around. So make sure you go out and you get the book titled Infection, author C.W. Posey. Um, Actually, it's volume one and volume two, Infected and Infection. He's got a series that's coming out with this right here. So once again, y'all take a look at this. Y'all go out and get this book. It's on all digital platforms, Amazon, all the above. Amazon, Google, um,
Barnes and Nobles.
Barnes and Nobles,
Yeah.
all these different places. Hey, just read it. It comes to you. He even have some. I got some here at the studio. So you want to purchase a copy here at the studio? Come by the studio and get your copy. What's the cost for the copy?
It's on Amazon. You know, they can see the price on Amazon if they want to buy, or they can go on Barnes and Nobles right now if they want to go ahead and get the price for it. But right now, I believe it's like $12.99.
So a good read, $12.99.
Yeah, and it's two books in one.
It's two books in one. So man, make sure you guys go and get it. It's about awareness, about life. It talks about infection, and contagion. So it's 3-part series, I think, but man, it's a movie. So I look forward to the play, not only the play but the movie that is going to happen with this book, man. So I'm claiming it for you, man. So um, once again, we're in the studio with my guy, Mr. C.W. Posey, author C.W. Posey, and like I say, I'm honored and privileged to have you on the show today to talk about your book, and not only your book, but talk about your upbringing, talk about life, talk about Louisiana, New Orleans. Y'all hear that accent, right? I ain't heard him say Woody or nothing like that.
Nah.
But he, I mean, upstanding, good character, self motivated, determined to be better every day. So, Ms. C.W. Posey, thank you again for coming on the show and allowing us. And we're going to take a quick break, commercial break, and we're going to come back with our closing. We'll show you how to get in contact with Mr. C.W. Posey.
Just asked about Wix, located at 2405 South College Street, Arlington, Texas. And Wix has what you need for your special occasion. From birthdays, graduations, holidays, pop-up workshops, album releases, and much more. We have custom lighting, stages, high-quality sound, and free parking. Visit us on the web at wix.live or call in today, 817-652-1121. Live Wix. Come see us.
And we're back right here at Live Works, episode 9, Case Studies with author C.W. Posey. C.W. Posey, we want to take a minute. Express to the fans out there, to the listeners out there, just express gratitude, concerns, et cetera. Just tell the people what's on your heart, what's on your mind, and how to be better.
Yeah. So first I advise everybody to go ahead and get the book. You know, go ahead and support me. Get the book. Once you read it, it will bring more light into what's going on in your life if you not knowing what's going on in your life. And basically just just go ahead and support me. Support me and just support a growing person.
How do if people want to get in contact with you, bring them on their show? How do they get in contact with you?
You can contact me on my Instagram, CW Posey, my Facebook, my YouTube, and I don't get my phone number. But on social media, CW Posey, contact me, and I'll be ready to do an interview.
Awesome, awesome. Once again, we're in the studio live with Mr. Posey. We're going to take another quick 30. We'll be back with our final thoughts.
Just asked about Wix, located at 2405 South Collins Street, Arlington, Texas. And Wix has what you need for your special occasion. From birthdays, graduations, holidays, pop-up workshops, album releases, and much more. We have custom lighting, stages, high-quality sound, and free parking. Visit us on the web at wix.live or call in today, 817-652-1121. Live Wix. Come see us.
And we're back. I want to make sure we hear our final words. Final words today comes and talks about awareness, understanding who you are, understanding your body, understanding your mind, understand that life, we only get one shot at life, one life. Understanding that. We have to be aware. We got to make sure we take all precautions. We got to make sure we take all steps to make sure we have a healthy life, healthy body, and try to do what we can to preserve everything we do, okay? So we want to thank everybody for tuning in today to episode 9. This is episode 9 with our special guest, Mr. Author C.W. Posey. And we're going to leave with that final thought. Be aware of yourself. Once you're aware of yourself, understand yourself, know yourself, reach for a better self. Stay positive, believe, and make your dreams come to life. Live Week, 2405 South Collins Street, Arlington, Texas. Your host, Charlie Creed. Thank you for tuning in.